Welcome to Masterpiece Tarot. I'm Tala, also known as the Nerdy Healer, and I'm going to go ahead and do a reading for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what it is that Spirit would like to bring through today. Spirit, help us channel a message for the collective, please. I'm noticing there's a card that's in the reverse. There it is. Oh no, not that one. Okay. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm happy you're here. All right, Spirit, what would you like for us to channel into today? All right, Spirit, do a Celtic cross and just see what wants to come out here. Okay, an Eight of Swords. Similar to the readings yesterday, we had a Nine of Wands. Here we have somebody who's feeling trapped. In the conscious space, an Eight of Pentacles. This person has been building something. It's another 8, so 8, 8. And what's not being seen? What's hidden? Oh my gosh, guys, 8, 8, 8. That has got to be important. Don't have my phone nearby, so just realized I did not get a crossing card. Let's use this as the crossing card, and we'll use this. Devil. And the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so the Devil's in the past. The Ten of Pentacles is in the near future. We've got 8, 8, 8 in the central area here of the read. Check and make sure we are recording. All right, so how is this Eight of Swords crossed by the Chariot seeing themselves? Justice, okay. Somebody who is all about the truth. Somebody who wants to make things fair. Somebody who's here to balance the scales. Other people are seeing this as a Seven of Swords type situation. May not be trusting what they're seeing. May think that there's some kind of sneakiness going on, or that there's a setup. And hopes and fears, Spirit. A Nine of Cups. Okay, so there's a hope that somebody will feel happy, content, connected, in love. And the outcome, we've got a King of Cups. What else, Spirit? And the Moon. Okay. I'll grab a couple of things right here. Okay, Spirit. So let's go ahead and just take a look here. The Eight of Swords, this is somebody who is feeling trapped. I'm not sure why they're feeling trapped. Might have something to do with work. This Pentacles is here in it's conscious. This feeling of being trapped is crossed by the Chariot. So usually the crossing card indicates what's stopping this energy, what's blocking this energy. And so this person may have a sense that they are preparing to go somewhere. And that's actually a really positive thing here for this individual who's feeling imprisoned. Maybe in a circumstance, maybe in a job, maybe in a relationship. We'll have to see. But this card is one of balance. I'm always drawn to that little star on the crown there. It's as if they are connected to the cosmos, the divine, some higher order, a higher power, through their intuition. Okay, so let's keep going. Again, we see somebody working here in this card. Yeah, there's a kind of a systematic, steady approach to the work. Those pentacles are very organized, orderly, and there's a sense of, yeah, really enjoying one's work. What's hidden? Walking away from something that was loved, something that brought a lot of happiness. Um, there's a sense that there's something better, maybe something more aligned. And with the moon card there, with the moon on the card here, it's as if something is being illuminated. It's nighttime, however, something is coming to light. There's a truth that is being revealed to this person. However, they are not seeing it just yet. What's in the past? Some kind of devil energy. Something toxic, something negative, something that took and did not give back. Something where there was a lot of deception, vice. This ties into that feeling of being in prison. Two people on this card are tied to the devil. There are chains that bind these people to the devil. So there's a sense of wanting freedom here. Maybe wanting freedom to pursue a Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so sometimes abundance aligns for us when we are free of the devil, when we step more into our divine nature. Being abundant can obviously come from lots of different sources, but when it comes from divinity, when we are serving in our purpose, when we are honoring our true self, when we are being authentic, that's a good place to be. And I think that's what's coming up for this person who currently is feeling trapped. There's a sense that this is what's fair. It's pretty straightforward there. Others may be seeing the situation as being, there's a deception. They may also be viewing themselves in the context of what this other person is going through. Perhaps they've been sneaky. Perhaps they've been stealing, lying, cheating. Okay, so this person, perhaps moving towards this Ten of Pentacles, is highlighting to them or reminding them of their own actions. This is in the environment, but it doesn't necessarily have to do with our main person. Hopes and fears, a Nine of Cups. Yeah. Feeling abundant in love, feeling connected, feeling happy, feeling fulfilled. And we have two outcome cards here. We've got the King of Cups. King of Cups is somebody who is calm. They're diplomatic. And I see water on both of these cards here. So there's a sense of maybe traveling across the water. Could be across the pond, to a new country, to a new city. Could also just indicate that there's a lot of good feeling or just feeling in general here. The Moon card as the final outcome suggests that what had been hidden is coming to light. So for the person that I'm reading for, you may be moving towards something that is unknown. You have a sense that you are being drawn or pulled forward with this chariot, but you don't necessarily know just where you're headed. Only that there's like a nagging feeling, like a nagging sensation that it's time to go. Something better is there for you. Let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers here, Spirit. Help us to understand. I'm very fascinated by these 3 8s in the middle of the read here. But let's just look at first the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. All right, Spirit. 8 of Swords. This person has maybe some like self-limiting beliefs. They're in some fear. What else can we know here? There's a world. Okay, so there's a closing out of a cycle. There's a Lovers and a Page of Wands. All right. This person who's feeling unsure of themselves may be coming across as this Page of Wands. They may feel like a novice, okay, somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience with fire energy. Could be like in relationships. It could be like in the physical world, like of doing things, of creating things. This person may doubt that they have talents or that they are a creative person. We also have the sense, though, that something's closing out. There may be an end to this self-limiting beliefs, and this Lover's card connects with this Page of Wands, in that the Wands is about passion, creativity, fire. And so we'll have to wait and see if this is something that if this is resonating for you, or for the main person in this reading. We'll have to see how this Lovers calculates into who they are, what they're up to, where they're going. But it does seem to play a significant role. So we have Gemini here, we have Capricorn with the World, and we have a fire sign in the Page of Wands. Okay, and let's get some clarifiers out for the Chariot. Whoa, cards are going everywhere. Okay, Spirit, clarify this Chariot. What's this forward movement? Where's our person heading? What are they preparing for? How does this help them with their mindset right now? Okay, it's a source of strength. Wow, okay. So there is a movement away from whatever this self-limiting belief was. There might have been a self-limiting belief to do with Lovers. Okay, not sure yet. But in this energy here, this Chariot energy suggests that this person is deriving a lot of strength from a vision that they have of better times, of a happy family, and a new passionate beginning. There's a sense that something's being left, and again, they're moving towards something better. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Is this Eight of Pentacles somehow connected to their self-concept? If so, how? What can we know about the work that our person's doing? Okay, it's a source of stability. Maybe looking to expand. And there's movement here. Okay, so this may be somebody who's looking to expand their business or move in a new direction. There may be a need to hold on to what's already been built as they forge ahead. And what's the Eight of Cups? What I think we did figure out that they are leaving something, walking towards something better. Tell us more about what are they walking away from? What are they walking towards, Spirit? Show us. Oh my, the Eight of Cups being clarified by the Eight of Cups. Well, there could be two people walking away. There could be walking away that is absolute. There is no question that this person is walking away. They may be walking towards a Two of Cups. They may be walking towards a more fertile or rich. Hi, Luna. Hi, Miss Girl. Rich in the sense of abundant. Hey, kitty. What are we doing? Whoop. Okay. Whoopsies. Hold on, little kitty. Come here. Come on. This is positive. I think this is what they're walking towards. Two of Cups with an Empress. An Empress energy, male or female, doesn't matter. Hi, Luna. This is Luna. Okay. Kitty, what are you doing, honey? Here. Come on. Come on. You want to go in here? Hey. Come on. You go in here? Go on. No, this is more interesting out here. Clarify the Devil. What's this Devil energy here in the past? What was this person chained to? It's being left. Whoop, kitty. Here. Okay. What's being left? All right. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles is usually, somebody who is patient, can be conservative. They are bringing in something in the material world, but in the reverse position, that would suggest that there's a reason why they haven't been able to bring this thing forward that needs to be resolved first. Could be an attachment to something else. Could also indicate that this Devil energy is somehow internal. Something internal needs to be worked through. A couple more, Spirit. We've got the Magician. Ooh, the Magician and the Devil. That always makes me nervous. And another Knight, the Knight of Wands. In the past, I get the feeling that there was a lot of action taken to manifest something, with intention or not with intention, but to manifest something toxic. Somebody may have been manifesting something quite toxic, taking action to build something toxic, to bring something toxic forward. There's a toxicity here. There's like a misguided energy, a misguided sense of creation, manifestation. Okay. I sometimes think of this kind of energy as being youthful folly. Okay. We make a lot of mistakes when we're younger. I'm not sure if you can see those. We make a lot of mistakes when we're younger. We take action. We don't know, if we've never experienced something, what the outcome's going to be. We might have a nagging sensation that, hey, this maybe not be such a good idea, but the clarity isn't always there. Clarify justice. Clarify justice. No, let's not clarify justice just yet. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so what are we moving toward? What is our Eight of Swords main person who's feeling trapped but also a bit optimistic? What are they moving towards? What's the Ten of Pentacles represent in this read for this individual? Options. Okay. Having choices. A new understanding of something. Could be a sense of study. Sense of being grounded. This could be somebody who's really examining something closely. Okay, so this might be somebody studying their options. That one definitely flipped out. And that's the Hierophant. Okay, so this, what may be coming up for our main person here is a mentor, guidance. Guidance in this new chapter, mentorship, okay? Because it can be confusing. If we don't have life experience, it's hard to know or discern what choice might be best. Okay, so we have a student and a teacher working through choices. And I think the relationship, receiving the guidance and the direction, may potentially help this individual in our reading, our Eight of Swords, reach this Ten of Pentacles, this abundance. And let's clarify justice, Spirit. Tell us about justice. Tell us about justice, Spirit. We have a King of Wands. A Page of Cups. And an Emperor. Okay. We have levels. Masculines of varying levels, if you want to look at it that way. We have a Page, a King, and the Emperor. And we have Justice. It's almost as if our Eight of Swords main person, maybe you, is recognizing, it's like they're doing a life review. Maybe you may be thinking about all the different stages of your life, and you're wondering how you'll be judged. You're wondering, on balance, what the outcome will be. And I think what we can say is that as a young person, as a novice or student, you maybe saw yourself as just having good intentions. As you matured, you may have viewed yourself as somebody who's driven by your passion, your creativity, somebody who wields their power for the benefit of others. Maybe even take an authoritative stance at times on things. And finally, with the Emperor, you may be an emperor or an empress. You may recognize that you've reached a level in your life of having some kind of dominion over many aspects of your life. And in particular, the four suits, the cups. Okay, so you've mastered your feelings and emotions. You are tapped into your creativity with the wands. You are a capable speaker and writer. And with the Pentacle, you have created a stable foundation for yourself. And so I think this Eight of Swords person that we're reading for is seeing themselves as um, being deserving of a fair settlement, um, a fair assessment, a fair and balanced evaluation that takes into consideration the different stages of life, okay, because we're never the same, we're constantly changing and growing. At least somebody who's reached a point where they've progressed to the level of an emperor, and now there's something being weighed up, and I'm getting settlement. And that's how this person's seeing themselves, and of course they are feeling trapped. They're at a crossroads in their life. They recognize the need to move, to get moving. They understand that something evil, okay, this could be darkness. This could just be, you know, darkness. Not seeing clearly, not being tapped into the, you know, higher power. They understand what's happening here. And let's talk about the Seven of Swords. Why are other people, why is this in the environment? What can we know about this? Okay, we've got a Four of Wands. This may have something to do with their stability. This justice that's coming may affect their stability in some way, or their home. It may have them feeling like a wounded warrior, like they've fought a battle, they've been fighting to have what they want and need, sometimes by any means necessary. And now that they are witnessing this other person here making great strides, there's a sense of, I kind of want to give up. I think I'm not gonna prevail. These wands are getting to be a bit much here. Yeah, and the devil and the moon came out too. They both came out together. Okay. They may not realize that they're in a double energy. It may be hidden to them. The truth of their actions may be coming to their own awareness now as they sit here and look at what's happening. They may have been taking some things for granted with this devil. They may have been very attached to something dark, something that this individual is trying to leave in the past over here. Okay. Needs to leave in the past. But here it is in the environment, and it's hidden. And these people are afraid about losing their security. That is what's going on, guys. And tell us about the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, Spirit. This is about comfort. This can be about contentment. This is a hope and a fear. Yeah, there's a hope that in this old cycle of being attached to the devil and being, you know, maybe hurt and harmed out in the environment by others who are sneaking and cheating and lying and stealing. So I hope that this will come to an end. This will be released. Yeah, because being all up in your head with the Nine of Swords gets real old. It gets old. Yeah, so hope that this can be healed. Okay, this person hopes that they can be content. They understand that something needs to end. The thing that needs to end is the thing that's been leaving them feeling like this. Maybe there was bullying. Maybe there was, you know, worse than that, slander. You know, hurting somebody's business. There could be all kinds of terrible things that people do. Why? Because they're in the sneaky energy. Okay, because they think that's how they're going to get ahead. Because they don't even recognize that don't even discern the difference between good and evil, or it doesn't matter to them. They're so lost and disconnected from the divine. Yeah, so this person is hoping that there will be deep healing. They're hoping that the divine will come in here and make this possible. This Nine of Cups. We've got a King of Cups on the way to the moon. Clarify the King of Cups. Is this somebody coming into our your energy, or the person that we're reading for into their energy? Who's the King of Cups to our person, our main person? A potential partner, somebody who perhaps helps them to awaken, somebody who has maybe lost something. King of Cups, sometimes the King of Cups becomes the King of Cups because they've gone through something painful. They've lost something, and that has helped them to, in some way, learn or master their emotions. Sometimes we need that stress of loss to help us connect in with our heart. So this could be an aspect of this person that we're reading for who is there could be a sense that they are looking at the partnerships that they've had in the past, and they're judging them. They're wondering, what was that? They could also be awakening to the truth about these partnerships. Maybe the truth is that those partnerships weren't shit, that they led to nothing but loss, grief, sadness. And maybe there's an awakening to this now. Maybe the King of Cups is a reflection to our person, helping them to see the truth. Or maybe the King of Cups is this person finally waking up to what is really going on and what really needs to happen with the Eight of Cups. Time to walk away. Time to walk away from the devil. Time to find good mentors. We've got a Hierophant. We've got an Emperor. We've got an Empress. It's time to find help. People who are truly in your camp, that have got your back, that aren't going to betray you and stab you in your back and do all this kind of stuff. All right, so that may be the energy of the King of Cups. And why the Moon card? What's hidden still, or what's coming to light as our person here walks toward their Nine of Cups, their contentment? Soulmate, past life connection, something that helps somebody get in touch with their inner child, somebody who helps restore a sense of innocence. Okay. And we've got a Four of Cups. There could be a sense that this might be more difficult than one realizes, depending on what they've been through. It could be quite guarded. It might be hard to open up to this soulmate. You may be recognizing this now in the Knight of Cups. Yes, taking action towards love. So our person here may not be seeing, or maybe starting to understand, that there is indeed a Knight of Cups, a past soulmate, who's coming in to offer a cup. Our person, and these are all cups, check it out, you guys. And this is water too. This is all water. This is all that healing energy. And our person here, or you, may be understanding something about themselves, something about avoidance, something about defense mechanisms, something about, how the past has shaped who they are and how they behave, more important, because I don't think this is a behavior more than a core characteristic. This is somebody having a hard time opening up the arms to accept something. They're defensive. People aren't defensive by nature, not to something harmless like a cup of love. coming from the divine. So this is a conditioned response, something, related to something difficult that's been experienced. So I think we can see here that we've got someone who is maybe at a crossroads in their life. There may be some kind of a life review happening. There may be some fears with that. And there may be a sense of, I'm walking away from these cups, but what am I walking toward? There may be a need to trust that you will find your mentor with the Hierophant. You may also, there may also be a need to trust your own intuition with that Chariot. Hierophants are very traditional. They follow the rules. And that is helpful sometimes, and at other times it can be hindering. All right, so there is a need to be honest with yourself. Yeah, let us go ahead. I would like to get, let's see if we can find like one message card here. Nope. I think these are the ones I want. Yeah. Okay. An oracle card. Let's get a couple here. This is our main person. Pivot. Sometimes, when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot even just a little bit? Let's get one more here. Spirit. One more, please, and thank you. Release. You're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama, and this is the first step to achieving that. Alrighty, those are your messages. Thanks all. Bye for now.